Hi, I'm Higher Vibrations, and so are you. So I have a story to tell, and I've been avoiding telling it because I didn't feel like it was time to tell it yet. And technically, I suppose I could still wait because it's unfolding, but every story is always unfolding. I um I know I now have another 2 months of this specific portion of what I'm experiencing, but it's time to tell it before I lose this truth. Before it just becomes so normal that I forget that it's something to tell. So, just like most people, I spent my entire life in a place of shame. Shame was everywhere and it colored everything. It was as if I had permanent glasses on with poop lenses, and it just made everything dark and wrong and ugly. Everything I did was wrong. And people would try to compliment me, and not like, hey, you have nice hair kind of compliments, but like obviously correct things. You did that well. You didn't suck at that just now. And I was unable to truly accept that. I was so loathsome of myself that I would immediately rattle off like at least 100 reasons why they were wrong in my mind. I learned to start doing that in my mind instead of out loud. That kind of hurts people's feelings, and they act kind of funny. But it didn't change the fact that I didn't believe what was being said. And it kept getting worse. It became easy to think that I was causing more harm than good in a lot of cases. And then it got bad enough about 3 weeks ago or so that I started calling for help. I started praying for myself. I started asking the archangels to help me instead. I started doing meditation to heal myself instead of other people, which I never did before, just because I was done. And I kept getting do this healing thing. And it's just such a vulnerable position to feel didn't want to be in. But I said, okay. And I finally asked. I'm part of this beautiful little group, this YouTube channel, Guardian of Orion. And he's an amazing person. And the people in that group, they are my soul family. I'm honored to be part of that group. So I asked him. I knew he did them, and I asked him. And it was weird. I was really nervous. I'm not a FaceTimer, and I wasn't looking forward to that. I'm not. And once I got past the nervousness, we were doing the healing. It was a transmutation. I was shocked. I could feel it, like inside me. Like, I don't know if it was like in my body or like my ethereal body, it was like popping. It was like, but good. Like, I could feel like when you crack your knuckle, if you don't do it too much in it, where it hurts, but just like that good one with the relief. But it was like all over, and I could feel like the light making its way into the places where those popping places just happened. If that makes sense. But then it got to be where it was almost too much for me to handle. Like it was a little difficult for me to. And I just got done thinking to myself, oh, I don't know if I can handle this anymore. I kind of need a break. And just then, my phone like flipped out or something, and Guardian of Orion was concerned because the screen had gone black on his side, and he wanted to be sure I was all right. And it pulled me out of the meditation, and I was given a break exactly when I needed it. And I was like irritated at the time, like, oh my gosh, like so embarrassing. But like, um, I was physically different after that. Like the meditation continued, and there was some more beautiful, the healing continued. There was some more beautiful things that occurred. I was still in a place of shame enough that I have TBI, a traumatic brain injury, and often, not always, I am not able to repeat back a series of words if I'm not given like a 20-minute notice to, my short-term memory is affected. And there were some things that I was supposed to say back, and I didn't do well. And I got lost in the shame for a minute, but not as long as I normally do. However, this was just the beginning of the result of this healing. Like, that was just the beginning. Like, I felt relief. And then when it was over, like, I opened my eyes, and it was like someone had kept my phone brightness down, the screen brightness down far too long, and I didn't realize it. And then just been like looking through it the whole time, trying to see, and not realizing I was in darkness. And then suddenly turning my brightness back up and like, whoa, I can see. And like I could feel the eternal fire, like warm sensation tingly up and down my spine. And I felt lighter. I felt like I was less, not as heavy, like physically lighter. And I was tired though. I was like cozy, time to go take a nice nap, kind of tired. And I kind of thought that was going to be it, even though I was told there was going to be more to it. I was like, well, this is awesome. Like, that was a good result. Like, I did feel relief. And then things started to change. I never really understood before how separate I was. And I spent my whole life in servitude. I'm a person who is very concerned about others. I like to be of service to others. And I spent my life sacrificing, giving everything of myself to people and to things, and to make because that's what love is, right? Like, if you give up everything that you need to be okay, that means you love them. No. It turns out that if I take care of myself, I'm taking care of you too. And if I'm not taking care of myself, I'm cutting myself off from God. What? Wait, like, that's not, what? So, I'm a drop. I'm a drop in a vast ocean. And like, the ocean is everybody, and everybody's love, and God is love. And if I take care of myself and love myself, then I'm loving you too. And then something really weird happened. It's really weird. So, like yesterday, the day before, time's really weird right now. I've always, the same, my whole life, I've really struggled with my appearance. And that's normal, I think, in some ways. I think that's like a condition of like humanity or something. But to an extreme extent. And I looked in the mirror, and the person that is always looking back at me from my reflection was gone. Like, I'm a whole different person now. Like, I don't even look like myself. Like, I look like somebody that's okay. And I'm hearing this clicking, and I know the clicking means that all these doors are being unlocked. And I get to go and open each one of those doors. But I have to take my time. And I don't feel that shame anymore. Like, I can sit still. I can be at peace. I don't sit around and think about how awful I failed today anymore. I want to extend my great gratitude to Guardian of Orion. He has been an integral part of my evolution and my growth. That whole group has. The space that he's created for the community of people there is just... I'm grateful. Now I'm crying on YouTube. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Oh, blessings.